I'm the Culinary Diva. So today what we're going to do is we're going to have some cilantro lime rice, but it's actually going to be cilantro lime cauliflower rice, and of course some seared scallops. So many people have been asking me about, searing scallops to get that perfect crust on there. And so it's very simple. I'm going to walk through it and show you how you get that nice brown sear on it, and then make sure that scallops are perfectly cooked. So let's go ahead and get started. So we have our pan here. This is olive oil and butter. And we're letting that heat up, and we have a pan of olive oil. So what we're going to do, we're going to first start with our cauliflower rice. And I have some onion here. This is 1 cup of diced onion. And I'm going to go ahead and get this started sauteing. And as that is sauteing, I'm going to season it a little bit. So just put a little bit of salt, and the salt will help bring out the water and break the onion down. So this is about a teaspoon of salt. Let that go. I'm going to turn that all the way down. I'll get this going first. But at least you want your pan to be super hot for your scallops, so that's why I have it going so that the pan is hot. And as you see, I have a cast iron pan. You want to use cast iron. You do not want to use, or stainless steel. You do not want to use a non-stick because you will not get that perfect sear. So, all right. So my onions are sauteing. As those are sauteing, I'm going to go ahead and turn this up. And so I have here I have scallops. So these are nice sea scallops. I have blotted them dry with a paper towel. You want to make sure that they are totally blotted dry with paper towel, because you do not want to put watery scallops inside of a pan to sear. That's something that you do not want to do. So I'll go ahead and start getting these seared. And I have 12 here, so I'm going to do 6 at a time because you don't want to overcrowd your pan. And get that going. So you just put them in, you let it set about 3 minutes. While that's going, now my onions are sauteed, so I'm going to go ahead and add in my garlic to my onions. Let it cook just a little bit. Put that away. All right, that's Tyson in the background, barking. All right, so once you start to smell the garlic, then you're going to go ahead and go to the next step, and I'm going to turn this down some, and I am going to add my cauliflower so that my garlic does not burn. So what I did was I took cauliflower, I let it set out. This is frozen cauliflower. You use fresh cauliflower. Frozen cauliflower, let it set out, and basically let some of the moisture come out. You can also wring it out for the moisture as well, but I just laid it out so that the moisture can come out, and just let it air dry for a few hours. So about 4 hours it sat to air dry. So let me get this in there. Get it all in there. There we go. All right. And then I'm going to season this a little bit more. Make sure it has flavor. And now I can check my scallops. Looks like they're browning really well. And I set my scallops out for about 30-45 minutes. You want to sit those out for 30-45 minutes and let them, the chill come off of them so that the center is not raw. You definitely want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn them over. So just to check one, so you see that nice crust on it. So that's exactly what you want, is you want that crust. And this one is not yet ready. That was the last one I put in. And that one's not ready yet either. Move that more on the flame. And that one's not yet red either. So you'll know when you flip it, you want to have that nice sear on it. So I'm going to keep that going for a few more minutes. And then that way I can tend to this cauliflower rice. I'm going to have to season it up some more. Get lots of salt on it. So let me get a tasty spoon and taste it. See, kind of measure how much salt I need. Quite a bit. So, another 2 spoons of salt. And as you see, it has this nice rice consistency. And I don't have the heat on high. I'm letting it kind of, the heat dry it out a little bit more so that it stays looking like rice. And hopefully perfectly time it for the scallops. So I'm going to go ahead and this one now is ready. That one is ready. That one is ready. So I'm going to go ahead and get a plate with some paper towel. So they can drain off a little bit. And also what you want to do is you can baste it a little bit with the hot oil. That'll help cook that center. Alright, and let that continue going. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take cilantro. This is frozen cilantro. I took fresh cilantro. And I freeze it, therefore it lasts longer. So I'm not continuously running to the grocery store buying cilantro. I did it with cilantro and thyme. So the color does change. It does get darker, but the flavor is still there. So it's a really good neat trick to not have to waste it. I either freeze it or make like a chimichurri out of it, and chimichurri lasts a good 10 days in the fridge. So I think of recipes to make with it. So I get this cilantro all throughout the rice, so get it broken up throughout the cauliflower rice. And then it looks like this is ready, so you see that beautiful sear. That's exactly what you want. Gorgeous sear. Leave that on. I'm going to go ahead and add my other scallops in. Remove these. I can add my other scallops. And if you try to lift them too early, the scallops will actually stick to the pan, and that's what you do not want. So don't move it too early. So make sure that you be patient with it. And let that sit. Grab this one and the last one. Okay. Get this cilantro broken up so it spreads out throughout the cauliflower rice. So this is basically done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a line as that continues to cook. And I'm going to turn the heat off and then squeeze the lime over after I turn the heat off. You don't want to have the lime really get cooked. You don't want it to add that extra flavor. Alright, so that's going. The scallop is done, beautiful. These are coming along really well. Let that go down. And then that one, turn over. And that one. Alright. So I'm going to let that go. This is practically done. I'm going to go ahead and start collating up to show you what the plate looks like. Turn this off. Now that's turned off. I can squeeze the lime. Try to get all the juice. Do just a quick stir to get all of the lime juice incorporated. So this is a simple, very healthy meal. This is very low carb, keto friendly. So it's really, really good. So